Hello everyone, I hope you all have been doing good and learning from our videos that we have been posting. So today we have come up with a very interesting topic on how to connect an EC2 instance without a Bastion and EC2 which is in a private subnet. So what this approach will allow you is to avoid the hassle of a Bastion, save money on instead of spending of the Bastion, and it is something which from your local machine where you're more comfortable, you already have the tools you can easily connect to a private subnet. So please like, subscribe, share the channel. From your laptop, you would either RDP to a Bastion, which is usually Windows because of the UI, and then you can SSH to the VM. Now, what AWS has recently introduced is a service. It's EC2 endpoint. Using that, you do not need to connect using a Bastion. You could do the same using an EC2 instance endpoint. It allows you to save money. You don't need to spend money because as of now, EC2 instance endpoint is free, right? So you could use that as part of the setup and we can do so. Let me show you how it's done. And I'm going to make this like little more how we can go about setting it up. So what I have, I'm in the Ohio region. I was deleting the default VPC because you don't want to have a default VPC here. So it is deleting the default VPC. Okay, good. Now let me create a new VPC. I'll just choose VPC and more for now. And I'll choose a YouTube video. I'll just give it a 11, right? Because not to ensure I don't need this thing. I just need what number of a kilometer? I just need one AZ. I'll just choose one for now because anyways I'm going to terminate this VPC. I have one public subnet, one private subnet, and I don't need an S3 gateway. I'll just kind of just put this and go ahead with it. So it's going to create the VPC for me. This is a quick thing and I will be able to review the setup of this. So essentially what this is that I have a subnet where I'm going to create the endpoint and I have a private where I'll create the instance. So let's do this both setup conf together and just see how it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here in the instances. Now I launch an instance. Let me choose YT private. And I choose this. I'll just give it a t3.nano. And I have a key pair. I did have a key pair. Okay. Okay, so I will let me just... Okay, so now the key pair is there. It's created. This is the key. Let me edit this because this has to be in the private subnet. Okay. I did create a security group earlier. Apparently not. So let me create a new one as well because I just deleted the whole default one. That's why. So let me create the new security group. And I'll come here, which is security group. Let me delete this default one. I don't need this. It'll just cause confusion. Okay, so I can't delete the default one. Okay. So let me choose YT private. And you do need to give us this one. There's only one VPC. What I'll just mention is all traffic coming from this VPC, this is the CIDR. Just say for now this is fine, and I create the security group. So now when I come here, I can just refresh, and I should see this guy. And I don't need to worry about the advanced for now. So I'll just skip this and launch an instance. Now, till the time this is being launched, it does initialize. If I come here, it is initializing. Let us also refer this. We need to create our EC2 instance endpoint as well. So let's get started on this one while this instance is initializing. So for that, I'll come here. In the VPC, I'll go to endpoint and I'll create an endpoint. Give it a name, YT endpoint. Choose this option and select the VPC out here. Now this is where you choose, actually you need a new, this group here. So let me make new one. And this one is going to be the public SG. I'll just mention this, kind of copy it for now, attach it to this VPC. And this is where I'll just put all traffic for now. And let's go ahead. Anyways, I'm going to delete it by the time you see it. So this is created. And now if I come in here, I should see the public SG as part of it. This is where I need to put this in a public subnet, and I click create endpoint. Now, this is where it is pending. It is going to be initializing. So let's see status of this one. This is running. Now what we need to do is, as part of this setup, I need to ensure connect to this particular. So at least up this, and this is where we are going to use AWS CLI. So this is where I can come here. I can hit the access keys and paste anyway. And then let me see if I can connect, if I can do the describe instances and region. Okay, good. So now I'm able to describe the instance as part of this. So I just have for this copied command. So just didn't want to. These are simple commands, nothing major. Wait for the endpoint to be created. It does take some time. This is one important one. In the meantime, what I also wanted to show you is this connect from the command line, but also connect from WinSCP. So WinSCP, people of you who would have seen, you would have. This is a nice graphical interface to kind of work with Linux environment. I like it. Oh, this is the host name. I'll just put in the IP address here, and private IP address is what you want. And I'll go to the advanced. You need to go to authenticate. You need to give let me ensure I'm giving the right key. So before I do that, download, and I need to choose all files, and I choose this one which is recently downloaded. It will try making a new file. Just let it do its job. And there you go. You have the new file created. Hit OK. And just hit save. Select me, this needs to be cut. So here, then what I do is come back and let's wait for the endpoint to be created. So that way we can do one thing and then move to the next one. Okay, so now this endpoint is available. So essentially what I'm saying is, via this endpoint, which is on a public subnet instead of a Bastion, I should be able to SSH to the Linux VM. So and this is where I had put the command. I have the right key. This is the key I used. It's yt-yt key. Idly, and you have to use a PEM file. You cannot, from a command line, you cannot use a ppk file. Then you have to give the right admin access here. You come in here, you choose the instance ID, copy this instance ID out here, and give it the name, and you open this terminal, and this command is going to be, all these commands are going to be part of the blog. You can refer it. I'll remove the profile. I had all you said about SSO, I don't need for now. Eventually I'll just remove this and I'll just keep this simple for now. And let's see. This should be the commands. Now let's see if this works. This is taking a long time, so I don't think this is going to work. There seems to be some errors. Okay, so this is not going to work. Let me just ensure the security group is correct. So this is the private. This is the public security group. This is the endpoint. And I did. Oh, there is no inbound. I thought I did create inbound rules. Okay, I think that's the reason. I hope that's the reason. So let's see. For now, I'll give all traffic and anywhere. And let me save this. So now, this public SG, I have this all traffic, okay. And if I can go back to VPC, on my console, I guess so I do have it correctly configured. I can still know. So what is this issue now? And this security, Oh, same. Okay, so the security, I don't know why it's not taken effect. And let me just add this, and ideally what I need to do is I should be using this security group ID. So now you saw this was one way where we could do this setup, and if I hit SSH, I can do all the commands that I can do from the Bastion, and I could do the same ls-a. I'm out of the setup, so let me try getting inside again. Okay, the bad permissions, the permission is denied of this person. Bad, the private key. So let me try giving the updated permissions. This is a new one. Never seen this one actually. Yeah, this is, let me just see. Let me try editing full control. And let me just apply and see if this helps. And come back, hit permission denied, EC2 user. This private key will be ignored. It is required that your private keys are not accessible by others. So this is a new security issue, it seems. They have added. Let me try removing this user and okay, so now let's try if this helps. Are not accessible by others. Try moving this file to another directory here. Now let's make a key. I'll just put it here and then let's try running the command from here and see if this helps. So for some reason, it leaked out. Now I've SSH'd to the Linux VM, and for some reason it wasn't liking if I put it on the public drive, so I had to move it to the folder where it was only had the required access, and now I'm able to SSH. You see this is here, so I can run the Linux commands as part of the setup. Now I'm in this particular directory, and I'm able to do the setup. So I hope this video was good, and because it took a lot of time, in the next video I'll show you how to connect using WinSCP, which is a more graphical UI, and you can see it like in the same way as you can see in Explorer compared to the command line. Okay, so what we have seen is how we can connect from the command line and how we can SSH to the VM without using a Bastion. Now, a lot of times, the command line interface is not very intuitive for a lot of developers because they may not really try to know the commands like ls-al or a whole bunch of commands to be able to view or edit or do certain set of things. So WinSCP is a very popular tool that is used for the setup. So this is WinSCP that has been used. You can kind of go and download it, and it is a pretty popular tool to use that towards a graphical interface like how Windows does. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how to connect using WinSCP also apart from the command line without using a Bastion. So first thing, what you need to do is you need to go to the AWS console. This is the VM. I'll just switch to Virginia region because, I'll just try to show in a different region as well. The connectivity. I'll choose this instance out here, and let me just filter on this name. I'll just give this name just to show I have this instance. Now I need to get this private IP. I'll be using the private IP here. I need to also ensure in the security group I see, this is the security group, which is, it should be the EC2 endpoint connected security group. And this EC2 endpoint security group should have the public IP address of your VM. So this entry you should allow the traffic from your particular VM to ensure there are no networking issues. So this is few things you want to do. And then what you also need to do is you need to then get this, come back to the instance and hit connect. So the reason why you want to do this is because you may have different flavors of Linux. In my case, I have used Amazon Linux 2023, but you may have to use different ones, and this is where you would, if yours be changed to root if it's Ubuntu or some other your flavor. But here I will be using EC2 user because it's Amazon Linux. So I hit cancel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to WinSCP now, and I'll just edit this at the IP addresses I've already populated. Just for this, I'll hit edit, provide the username here, click edit, click advanced. And come to authentication. Ensure the WordPress, the key provided is the same. It could be any name. You could give a PEM file and it will automatically convert it to a PPK for you. But once this is done, also you have to come to the proxy, because if you see in the command line, we have used a proxy. This is the proxy command we have used to SSH to the VM. So similarly in WinSCP as well, you need to be able to use a proxy. So you come here, you put a local, and this is where I have pasted the command, and all this information is there in the blog that you can check it out. So I'll just kind of comment this, and this is the profile you want to do. The profile is going to be the one that you have stored. You may want to ensure this is there, and again the blog has all the details, the steps. Drop in a comment if anything is not clear, and we'll ensure we reach out to you. But now you would want to check the instance here. That is the instance ID is what you want, and just copy it and ensure it is the same ID over here used. I think it is the same, so nothing much for me to do. So let me try this option, and it's save. Let me hit OK. Save. Login. So there you go. So you see, now with this, I'm also able to connect using the WinSCP tool. So with this video, I hope you are able to see the benefit of without using Bastion. There is no charge for using a EC2 endpoint compared to Bastion, where you'll be paying not only for the Windows OS, but also their compute charges as well. So this is a very good approach, and I hope you can use it in your applications as well. So please like, subscribe, share the channel, and drop in a comment for any questions you want to have or any clarifications that are required. Thank you. Have a good day.